Today we're rolling back the clock to the first video I ever uploaded, a review of the Mackie Big Knob Passive. 6 years later, is my opinion still the same? So obviously my opinion of the Big Knob is not the same as it was 6 years ago, otherwise I would not be wasting my time with this video. And real quick, watching that old video from 6 years ago, wow, I've come so far in 6 years. Thank you guys for sticking around with me. The quality is just gonna keep getting better and better. But my verdict from back then was that the build quality is great, it's easy to integrate into any studio, and the price is affordable. So I still agree with two of those points. It's still affordable, although the price has come up a little bit with inflation. It's like 70 bucks now. And it's still easy to integrate into any studio. It's only got a couple inputs and outputs. That's about as easy as it gets, right? The part I no longer agree with is the build quality. Now, the exterior build quality, still rugged and solid. However, it's the interior build quality that I have issue with. So first, it's called the Big Knob, right? So that big knob had better work and work really well. Well, after a little bit of time, I started noticing as I was turning the volume up and down that it was distorting. It would actually start to cut out a little bit and sound scratchy. Now, I did take it apart, clean everything, and lubricate it, and that fixes the problem for a little bit, but the problem always comes back over and over. Secondly, I just recently got a second pair of studio monitors, and when I plugged them in here, I got a really bad ground loop. Now, there are certain easy ways to get around a ground loop with, ground lifts at your wall and things like that, but it would have been really nice if there was a ground lift actually on the monitor controller. Third, I noticed pretty early on that the left side was slightly louder than the right side. Now, that was easy enough to compensate for, just turn the volume up on my right speaker just a little bit. However, this also messes with the mono summing, right? Because if one side is slightly louder than the other, when you sum them, then you're not going to get a completely accurate phase picture. And to test that, I put a sine wave out of my DAW, but I phase inverted just the right side. So if you have the exact same sine wave on both sides, but one is 180 degrees out of phase, when you sum them, you should get silence. So I hit the mono sum button, and guess what? It did drop the volume to almost silence, but I could still hear it telling me that the volume was different on the left and right side. Finally, the most important thing is the loss in clarity. So recently I did a review of the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 4th gen interface. That is a mouthful. And when I plugged it in, I did not put it in line with my Big Knob, and I immediately noticed things sounded more clear. I said, there's no way that these converters in the Focusrite 2i2 are better than the converters in my Cranbourne Audio 500 R8. So I took the Big Knob out of line from my Cranbourne Audio interface and listened to it, and there was all that nice clarity. Put it back in line, and I lost it again. So the problem was definitely the Big Knob. Now, it's not enough to ruin a mix, and if your ears aren't really well trained, you may not even hear the difference. However, it was noticeable enough to make me start shopping around for a new monitor controller. So if you're using one that you're really happy with, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what I should be looking at. So what is my revised review? It's really still viable if you have a small home studio or project studio, you're just recording your own stuff. The affordability and convenience of having a monitor controller right there outweigh all the negatives. However, if you're starting to buy expensive gear, or you're starting to charge people for mixes, then yeah, don't even look at the Big Knob, because you don't want to put all that really nice sounding expensive gear through something that is going to cause you to lose clarity. But something tells me if you're looking at really high-end gear, then this is probably not even on your radar anyways. I hope this helps, guys. Make sure you check out my revisited review of the Blue Sadie and Ella headphones. I'll leave a link right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.